What if I told you the plants in your garden or forest might be far more aware than you ever imagined? Not just growing, but sensing, learning, and even making decisions. From whispering warnings to solving complex problems, plants are showing us astonishing secrets that challenge everything we thought we knew about life and consciousness. Get ready to discover the hidden intelligence of nature and see your garden and the world in a whole new light. My garden Forest G is a place of life, love, and connection. My pride and joy. To me, she's not just a collection of plants. She's like a family member, a loved one. You've probably heard of conscious parenting, where you nurture and guide your children with love and respect. Well, I practice something similar, conscious gardening. Just like a parent observes the child's needs, I observe, listen to Forest G, and provide the right environment for her to thrive. Trust her strength and intelligence, and let her face challenges to grow resilient. Why do I do this? Because I believe plants are conscious. Today, I will show you why. Let's dive into the fascinating science that reveals 7 incredible ways plants display consciousness. And I promise, by the end, you'll never look at a plant the same way again. Number 1, plants sense their environment. Did you know plants have their own way of seeing the world? Sunflowers are a perfect example. They perform a behavior called heliotropism, turning their faces to follow the sun. Why do they do this? To absorb as much sunlight as possible for photosynthesis, their way of making food. They sense where the light is strongest and adjust themselves accordingly. This isn't just instinct. It's active sensing and responding to the environment. I see this in my garden every day, not just with sunflowers, but with all kinds of plants reaching for light. It's their way of thriving. Doesn't that sound like a conscious act? Number 2, plants communicate. Plants have their own way of talking to each other. Take acacia trees in Africa, for instance. When a giraffe munches too roughly on their leaves, these trees release a distress signal in the form of ethylene gas, sending a warning into the air. Neighboring trees pick up the signal and begin producing bitter-tasting tannins in their leaves to deter the giraffes. It's like group chat saying, "Heads up, danger's coming." Plants also communicate underground through their roots, using a fungal network often called the wood wide web. They warn each other about pests, share nutrients, and even support weaker plants. It's like a secret society beneath our feet. Number 3, plants remember and learn. This one is a mind blower. Plants can learn from experience. There is a plant called Mimosa pudica, commonly known as the sensitive plant. If you touch its leaves, they fold up immediately, a defense mechanism. But here's something more fascinating. If you repeatedly drop the plant without harming it, it stops folding. Why? Because it remembers that the experience isn't dangerous. I've seen plants adapt to changes like shifting sunlight and water schedules. They are constantly learning and adjusting, just like us. Number 4, plants respond to sound. Here's a cool one. Plants can hear. Scientists discovered that when tomato plants detect the sound of caterpillars chewing their leaves, even from recorded sounds, they respond by releasing defensive chemicals to deter the pests. I talk to my plants all the time with a gentle voice. It might sound silly, but some studies suggest plants grow better with gentle sound vibrations. Whether it's the hum of insects, the patter of rain, or even my voice, plants are always tuned in to their surroundings. Number 5, plants make decisions. Decision-making isn't just for animals. Watch this bean plant. It's actively searching for the best support to climb. Its tendrils stretch, explore, and choose the optimal path to ensure it gets enough sunlight. This isn't a random behavior. It's calculated. I see this kind of decision-making all the time. Plants stretching toward light, roots navigating through soil, and even vines choosing where to anchor themselves. It's like they have a plan. Number 6, plants exhibit problem solving. Some plants take it to the next level with problem solving skills. The dodder plant, for example, is a parasite, but it's incredibly selective. It uses chemical signals to sniff out the healthiest host nearby and then latches onto it. I've seen plants solve problems too. When a patch of soil gets too compact, roots find alternate paths. When a pest attacks, plants signal each other and ramp up defenses. They are not just surviving, they are strategizing. Number 7, plants have electrical signals. Plants have something eerily similar to our nervous system, electrical signals. Take the Venus flytrap. When an insect touches its trigger hairs twice, it sends an electrical impulse to the trap, causing it to snap shut. This reminds me of how interconnected all life is. Plants might not have brains, but their electrical responses show they are far from passive. They are aware and active participants in their world. So, are plants conscious? They may not think or feel the way we do, but their behaviors suggest an awareness of the environment, the community, and their own survival. For me, conscious gardening is about more than growing plants. It's about building a relationship with them, trusting their intelligence, nurturing their potential, and being amazed at their quiet wisdom. The next time you're in a garden or a forest, take a moment to observe. What are the plants around you saying? You might be surprised at what you discover. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay amazed, and remember to connect with the world around you. See you next time.